The concept of borrowing from Social Security refers to the practice of using the Social Security trust funds to finance other government spending. This practice began in the 1960s under President Lyndon B. Johnson when he consolidated the trust funds into the general budget. To understand how this works, it is essential to know that Social Security is a pay-as-you-go system, where current workers pay taxes to support current beneficiaries. The excess funds are invested in special issue government bonds, which are essentially IOUs from the government to the Social Security trust funds. When the government needs to finance other spending, it can use the Social Security trust funds by redeeming these bonds. This process is often referred to as borrowing from Social Security. The funds are then replaced with more government bonds, which are essentially promises to repay the money in the future. The key concept to understand here is that borrowing from Social Security does not directly affect the benefits paid to recipients, as the trust funds continue to receive interest on the bonds. However, it does increase the national debt, as the government is essentially borrowing from one of its own funds to finance other spending. In practical terms, this means that the government is using the excess funds from Social Security to finance other government programs, rather than reducing the national debt or investing in other areas. This practice has been continued by successive presidents, with the trust funds being used to finance a wide range of government spending. From defense to education, best practices would suggest that the government should be transparent about its use of Social Security funds and ensure that the trust funds are being used in a sustainable and responsible manner. This includes investing the excess funds wisely and ensuring that the government is not relying too heavily on Social Security to finance other spending. In conclusion, the practice of borrowing from Social Security began under President Lyndon B. Johnson in the 1960s and has continued to the present day. It is essential to understand how this practice works and its implications for the national debt and government spending. By being informed and engaged, citizens can hold their elected officials accountable for responsible management of the Social Security trust funds.